Hello and welcome to West Bengal Judicial Service Preparation. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss about a new act, that is the Pocso Act. Yes, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act of 2012. Let's check out the basics of this act, when this act came into existence, or upon whom they are applied, and what is the territorial extent of this act. So this act came into force in 14th November 2012. This act deals with sexual offences related to children below the age of 18 years of age, and it extends to the whole of India, including the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir after the enactment of the Jammu and Kashmir Recognition Act 2019. So this is the basic of this act. Now let us check out that why this act came into existence, why this type of act was necessary for protecting the children from sexual offences, or whether there were other provisions which protected the children or any person from the sexual offences in any other acts. Let's check it out. First of all, there is the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, which only dealt with the children offenders. Next, we have the Indian Penal Code, which dealt only with the offences against women above the age of 18 years of age. But there was no specific law for the children, especially for the male children. So this is basically a neutral gender basis act which deals with both male child and a female child and protects them from various kinds of sexual abuse and sexual offences. So day by day the rate of the crimes against children were also increasing, so it was felt important to enact such type of act which protects the children also from sexual offences. Now let us move on to and see what kind of offences this act defines. So in this video we are taking a general idea about this act, or you can say an overview of this act. From the next videos I will go into the detailed provisions and also in the amendments and some important case laws. Now in this video let us have a general idea about this act, what this act is, what kind of offences under this act are punishable, and whether there are special courts that are established in this under this act, how the investigations are conducted, and all those things. Now let us see what are the form of offences. So there are different forms of sexual abuses. Firstly, it includes both penetrative and non-penetrative assaults. Then as well as sexual harassment and pornography. Pornography involving or featuring a child. Next we have the deems as sexual assault to aggravated form. Yes, any kind of sexual assault of aggravated forms also come under the purview of this act. Then we have when the accused child is mentally ill or when the abuse is committed by a person in position of trust and authority, like family member, police officer, teachers, or a doctor. So this act also protects the abuse of the child from any person in position or who holds an authority over the child. So this act is basically for the protection of the children from any penetrative or non-penetrative assaults. So here also we have the aggravated form of the sexual assaults, which has a very huge definition, which we will discuss in a later video, and also provisions for a child who are mentally ill and abused by any person who are in the position of trust and authority. So these are the forms of offences which are dealt under this act. And so let us move on to the next section, that is the mandatory reporting of crime. This act provides for mandatory reporting of sexual offences. This casts a legal duty upon a person who has knowledge that a child has been sexually abused to report the offence. If he fails to do so, he may be punished with 6 months imprisonment or fine. So here this act makes the reporting of a crime also mandatory, and if the crime is not reported, that's happening with the child, that is the child has been sexually abused and the reporting of that abuse is not done by any person, that is also a crime under the purview of this act and is punishable with the imprisonment of 6 months or with a fine. Next, The punishments. Now, what kind of punishments that are provided under this act? This act has been amended twice, that is in 2018 and also in 2020. So it has a maximum punishment for a term of rigorous imprisonment of life and fine. So there is a provision for stringent punishment graded as per the gravity of the offences. Now next move on to the CWC. So what is CWC? CWC is a Child Welfare Committee which is set up for care, protection, rehabilitation and medical treatment of the child. So this is a welfare committee set up by the state governments throughout the different districts of the state to protect, rehabilitate and do the medical treatment of the child who are affected by these sexual abuses. Next, we have the special courts. So special courts are to be set up for under this act to deal with the trial of this act. The special will be set up in this act with a child-friendly environment. Yes, the courts set up under this Pocso Act should be child-friendly, and it's necessary and mandatory that it should be presided over by a woman judge. There is a provision such as making a child-friendly atmosphere in the court premises by allowing a family member, a guardian, a friend or a relative in whom the child has trust, confidence to be present. So it will allow also the family members like mother, father to be along with the child when the child is deposing, and frequent breaks should be given to the child so that he does not get nervous or get panicked. Okay, and there also a provision that the child will never face the accused during the evidence collection or during the evidence or cross-examination also. Next, we have a few notes to this is that the Pocso Act is only applicable to child survivors and adult offenders. In case two children have sexual relation with each other, in a case of child penetrates a sexual offense on an adult, the Juvenile Justice Care Act will be applied. So what do you understand from this? That Pocso Act is only applicable when an adult offender does any offense with a child. But when two child commits any such sexual offences, then it will be dealt under the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act. So this act is only applicable for the child survivors and adult offenders. So when two child commits the same offense or such sexual offences, it will be dealt under Juvenile Justice Care. So this was a short overview of the Pocso Act. I hope I have been able to make you understand about it, and from the next video we are going to start a series about the Pocso Act, and where we are going to explain to you all the provisions in detail along with recent amendments and also some famous judgments. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please do comment below and let me know that are you really liking my videos or should I change my mode of speaking or my language. Please let me know. That is the way only where we can communicate. Happy watching.